Good morning. Europe is open. 19th of June 2014. My name is Piotr. Welcome in our live trading room post FOMC. Let's start with quick risk warning. Our live trading room has educational purpose only. Trading effects on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain loss of some, all, or even more than your initial investment. Please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Okay guys, let's start with euro dollar. Okay. And where we are right now. The last hour, the hour before the euro open, shows dollar weakness. But guys, we are going to discuss it, right? We are right at resistance before the euro open. The most important thing. Let's discuss few words. Let me tell you a few words in regards to FOMC. Looks like based on the current flow, market interpretation is that Yellen was dovish. Okay, I don't want to discuss it with it. I don't want to discuss it with market because there's, we may be even right saying that was not that dovish. Doesn't matter. The flow is showing where market wants to go. But guys, when I see something like this, not during normal market hours, okay, and we are finished right under the resistance, or right within the whole selling zone. Guys, you can kill me, but I'm not gonna be a buyer here. I'm gonna be the seller. I am the seller with stop above higher, top of that zone, even higher, as 3650 could be some option barrier. So market may want to try to go there. So 3652 is my stop bid. Okay. And here I've got the half. I'm gonna wait for another half. Total risk I'm going to have 0.25%. Okay, one more time guys. I'm not saying not at all. I hate to go against the market, but before regular session, if we have something like this and we are ending this move around the selling zone, that could be that market makers may want to scare sellers. Now right at the euro open we've got a gap, okay, and plenty of buyers around. So market makers may want to try to sell. They may want to unload their longs. Completely different story would be if this move will end above the resistance. That's the different story. Above supply zone. Right now we are right at dynamic supply zone. But I'm not gonna be a buyer here. I may start to think lower, but not here. Okay, it's not that I'm blindly buying dollar. Not at all. I would like to go I would like to go with the market. I'm trying not to trade against the market, and the current selling euro dollar could be like against the market, right? But in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm totally wrong, but it could be that market makers invite buyers at the open of Europe session, and they may want to provide them liquidity selling, okay, euro dollar. Aussie, just before the session, before the European session, I took short somewhere here, and my stop is above the top of the monthly selling zone. Okay. Now, I'm watching carefully developments over here. Not necessarily for me to wait for stop hunting over there. It may be that I'm going to decide to close my position in the middle of the road to the stop loss, okay? Looks like Aussie wants to be stronger. Let's see what's going to happen. But why did I take short? Again, based on our discussion, based on this broader range. Okay. Stop hunting zone. Stop hunting zone. Okay. If we define this range correctly, then that's the perfect place to sell high, and that's the perfect place here to buy low, if the range is defined correctly. If I'm wrong, then I'm gonna to make necessary changes. I may close the position much earlier. Okay. Now, within the next 22 minutes, we are going to have a Swiss National Bank rate decision. So we still have some time. So quickly, 2 words about Euro JPY. Okay, dollar yen testing the low. We do have dynamic and static supply zone, maybe waiting for some stop hunting. And if you, for example, don't want to short euro dollar, then maybe Euro JPY. Okay. Eventually, I would wait for some stop hunting above this supply, so closer to 138.80 maybe. Okay. With tight stop targeting around 38.20, where I'm going to think about the buying possibility again, right? Of course, if we are going to fall as a one-way ticket to the downside, I'm not gonna do that, but eventually, similar to Australian dollar USD, right? We may have, let's say, the range, so buying the low eventually, right? But as I mentioned previously, also yesterday, that's the zone we are looking to sell. That's the next zone we are looking to sell. Euro JPY. Okay. Still some time to Swiss National Bank, so one more thing. That's the daily of our pound Aussie. I do expect higher prices, and now based on the daily chart, looks like it's right now good time to add too long. But because of the retail sales and the low expectation, we may see some knee-jerk reaction to the downside. So we may have better levels to entry long position, because the intraday chart doesn't look bullish as of now for me. But anyway, we've got some intraday levels like 80.15, 79.25, and we may add one more, 79.60. So one more time, 80.15, 79.60, 79.25. Okay, that's possible demand zone. Okay, that was previous visible resistance. Some consolidation and demand pushed prices higher. We never tested this level again, so that could be, in my opinion, buying level. Next one, the last point where market showed the weakness, was trying to show the weakness, and here market showed the weakness. So those 2 points. Okay. Pound Swissy. Now we are going into the Swiss franc territory. Okay, we discussed that we do have nice selling zone slightly higher. Looks like my market may want to turn around slightly earlier. Means that we will have the possibility maybe to buy within some demand zone. Where do we have the demand zone? The only one I can see here on daily is the bottom of the channel and 20 daily moving average, both dynamic demand zones. Okay. Then we have something around 49.80, 150. Okay. The place where we start last time. Weekly, still nice invitation to hit this supply zone, okay, and then eventually go lower. So we'll have to look at this, and as you know, we are watching pound Swiss franc carefully. Okay. What else in regards to Swiss franc? Let's have a look on. Let's start with dollar Swiss franc. I went through some charts yesterday after the US close. Where is the dollar Swiss franc? Where I have it? Yeah. That's the daily dollar Swiss franc. We do have one level here around 89.20, which has been tested already once, okay, but looks like we may want to see something like this. But as long that's where market was trying to show the weakness. As long as 89.20 holds, bounce back cannot be ruled out, okay? Otherwise, below that level, we will try to look for selling opportunity towards the demand zone based on this place where market showed the weakness last time. And that's gonna be more important from my point of view. That's gonna be more important from my point of view, as the level here was not tested yet. Okay. This one has been tested here. Okay. How does this look like on intraday? Okay. So those zone was tested even intraday. So this zone has been tested intraday. So it's not valid for me, right? Looks like Swiss franc got the chance to be stronger. In that case, we have to ask what about the peg, Euro Swiss franc peg, and how it's going to be in with euro dollar, right? So we are going to have our answers soon. Okay. Pound Swiss. So we can have a look on Euro JPY. On Euro, sorry, Euro Pound. I thought that after yesterday's move we are going first to retest and then go higher, okay? I would say that we are going to retest third time this zone. That could be buying opportunity as well as selling opportunity on pound Swiss franc. That's aggressive dynamic demand zone, that's static demand zone, intraday demand zone based on the within the daily demand zone. So there is a plenty of possibilities that market will bounce from here higher. But then intraday we do have dynamic supply zone. So that could be that we will try to go higher above this, and we may retest this level. Most probably it's all about the action. It's all about retail sales, and the question is if it's really going to be that weak, okay, because expectations are really low. Okay, so nothing we can do. Pound Aussie, trying to, I would like to see some, because here we do have some visible support, and that's probe of stop hunting here, okay? So maybe from here, or maybe from here. So watching 1815, watching 7960. Okay, but well before UK number we are going to have a Swiss National Bank rate decision. Okay, that's here. And then pound retail sales, okay? So again, patient, patient, patient. As of now, I don't know how deep this pullback could be, but as of now, it's what I told you. As of now, I don't know how long it's going to be. With Aussie, maybe selling here was slightly too early. Maybe the better idea was to wait for some stop hunting. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. Next few hours could be important. Then we shouldn't forget that we do have unemployment claims, and then Philly Fed and leading index from US. So that could be something, okay? Because if we are going to see weak US numbers, then it could be good excuse to push to make another round of dollar selling, okay? But again, once we are right at selling levels, you don't want to buy. Once we are at the top of our defined range, you don't want to buy. Okay? Okay. So guys, 5 minutes. I'm going to set up some Swiss franc crosses. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Out. Swiss franc as well. Let's put it here. Okay, let's have a look in a bigger picture.
Piers, hi, sorry to interrupt, but
Hi.
Euro Aussie?
I will.
144.60.
1 second, let me have a look. Just 1 second. Euro Aussie. Okay, just 1 moment. You mean to the upside?
Yeah. I think we discussed it at the training at the beginning of the week.
You mean this buying zone here, right? I would like to see there is a chance that we are going to retest it and then go higher. We've got dynamic 20 daily moving average. Intraday we hit yesterday we hit this zone here. I would wait. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But I would wait. I'm going to show you. For slightly lower levels, is this line visible? So what I would like to see is some kind of the maybe stop counting of this zone. So either trend line or this zone slightly below. So let me adjust slightly. So I would wait for this. And to be honest with you, I do prefer. That's why I've showed pound Aussie. In that case, I do prefer pound Aussie, as I've shown you a few minutes earlier. I really do prefer this one. Because right now on daily, without waiting for, I may be wrong, Anthony, but without waiting for UK retail sales, right now we are right at 20 daily moving average, which is dynamic demand zone. Then on hourly, I mentioned that it doesn't look great, so I would wait for some stop hunting. Right? So 80, 15, 79, 60, 79, 45, something like this. I do prefer, but of course it's your decision. I do prefer pound, Aussie. But if you like Euro Aussie, as I mentioned, one moment, let me get back to Euro Aussie. Oh, come on, where is it? I would wait for this kind of the action. But again, look where we stopped here, so that's gonna be eventually the target. I do prefer, actually personally, I do prefer pound Aussie. And Euro Aussie was great here, as we discussed. There was also the comment. Right now we found some supply, so most probably both. If we are going to higher on pound Aussie, then most probably we are going higher on Euro Aussie as well. Or maybe like trying to divide the risk. So right, small long Euro Aussie, small long pound Aussie. That could be the case as well. So I would be patient, and wait for something extra, right? Like stop hunting, and then try to join. And the same Aussie Swissy has the possibility here on daily that we may jump higher towards this possible supply zone here, 85. So maybe some spike after the S&B, which is right now. So let's have a look on Swiss franc crosses. I'm looking for any news in regard to Swiss. Because we do have a rate decision, but we do have press conference as well. So let's see. As of now, nothing special on Swiss franc. Maybe we should place here Euro Swiss as well. So that's gonna be a good indicator. Oh, come on, I don't have it. So that could be the indicator. And last 2 hours, that the Swiss franc, we can see that Swiss franc strengthening. Okay, one more thing. This time indices. I'm sitting short, as you know, I'm sitting short S&P. But I would say that we are within the supply zone right now on DAX as well. I'm not gonna to increase my risk because I'm short S&P. But if you are looking for intraday action, that could be the chance on DAX as well. Swiss is strengthening. So maybe Swiss National Bank gave up in regards to the peg, basically because of the ECB action. So waiting for some comments. LIBOR rate band low, no change, high, no change. So overall, no change. But now we would like to hear something. Actually, I'm surprised by this Euro-Swiss weakness. Okay, we will see. Now everyone who was buyer at this moment, who was buyer at Europe Open, right at resistance, right, is thinking, what the heck is going on? Why we are going down? Because we hit supply zone and we didn't close out of this supply zone. I don't know, of course, what's going to happen within the next 5 minutes. Okay. But let me show you. But those two zones, okay, so overall like this, it's going to be my profit taking area for 50% of my short. And we discussed it, right, few times, that that's the first zone, that's the second selling zone. And I do expect that we are going to see, before strong move to the upside, we are going to see this 3480. But also, as you remember, I was thinking about 66.40 on pound and it didn't happen, right? So that's why, if we are going to be lucky enough, I'm going to take partial profit here with stop at entry to be on a safe side with this trade. What's going on with Swiss franc? Right now looks like Swiss franc is strengthening only versus euro, but there is some demand. Weakening versus Aussie. Aussie is strengthening. So most probably right now on euro Aussie, yeah, we may see this type of the move, so slightly lower eventually. And I do prefer pound. Or maybe some kind of diversification. Small long euro Aussie, small long pound Aussie. That's euro Swiss. So most probably that's intraday visible support. So there is some room for Swiss franc to go, I mean some room on euro Swiss franc to go lower. Okay. I can't see any comments from press conference, maybe not started yet. We've got 19 minutes to the top of the hour, but if dollar-yen will finish around current levels and will go higher, that could be bullish indication. Okay, that's the demand zone, and we are testing this demand zone again, but the word again is quite important here, because we are filling buying orders every time we are approaching this level. But as you may see, I've got dynamic buying zone slightly below, around 101.65 eventually. But as I mentioned in the evening comment, that with dollar-yen may be better to wait for US numbers, and if those last low will hold, then maybe we'll try to join. But for aggressive traders, I would look, I will check what's going on at the top of the hour. Okay, so on the radar. So right now only versus Euro, holding the low versus USD, weakening versus Aussie. And trying to hold this zone versus pound. So also based on this combination here and here, we do know that pound Aussie is going lower for now as well. For very aggressive traders, if you are bullish, or if you think that anyway we are going to clean this zone, so my eventual profit taking area could be your buying area. Okay, and I would be very careful during the retest of this zone. Of course, we may finish at the top of the hour above pre-Europe open high. That's gonna be game changer, but as of now we hit supply zone. I'm sitting short. I'm looking for comments from Swiss National Bank. Nothing has happened. Can't see anything. The only cross with Australian dollar showing that Aussie got the chance to be stronger is versus Japanese yen. Okay. Looks like we hit the zone discussed as a target for short position. We discussed it with Anthony, 95.25. It looks like we want to push higher. We've got intraday selling zone still valid but tested a few times already, so I would be very careful here. And on daily, we may want to push slightly higher towards 96.45. Okay. Let's see what happened. What will happen? As we are going to stay slightly longer today than usual standard live trading room because of this Swiss National Bank, because of the retail sales from UK. So let's have small coffee break or water break, and let's restart our meeting before the top of the hour. So let's have 5-8 minutes water break, coffee break, okay? And let's see the developments closer to the top of the hour. So my charts are on. I'm gonna mute my microphone right now. We are close to the top of the hour, 1.5 minutes. Now looks like Swiss trying to strengthen. Would be nice versus Aussie. Where there was this trend somewhere here. So 84.50. Okay, on daily we've got 85. Intraday 84.50 could be the level of interest. Okay, dollar yen trying to hold 101.70. Swiss is strengthening versus pound as well. That could be intraday selling opportunity. Or from here. That could be selling opportunity versus Swiss franc versus USD. With tight stop above 89.45 bid, let's say. But target is very close. It's like 1-to-1, 15-to-15. But intraday, as long as we are below 89.45 bid side, we got a chance to retest 89.20. And now looks like Swiss is strengthening across the board. From my short euro dollar perspective, is good that Swiss is strengthening versus euro as well. It could keep euro around this selling point. Norges Bank, Norway, no change. And Swiss is strengthening everywhere. On daily, I would say that we've got a chance to see over a few days move higher and then maybe intraday. As long as we are below this zone, we got a chance to go lower towards 51.50. And the question, if I'm short dollar Swiss, no. I just mentioned that that's the opportunity here, but I didn't take the short. But come on, Euro Swiss, right at visible support. Let's see. Are we going to test 120? Come on. Now Euro is strengthening as well. Not good for my short. So once euro is going up and Aussie is staying, so let's see what's going on here. That could be the one plan, and that could be the second plan. Pound Aussie. Here market is waiting for the news. Swiss franc is strong, no doubt about it. And euro trying to hold the ground, so euro is strengthening as well, trying to hold the support here. Dollar yen below 101.73. I mentioned that move above this could be bullish, but right now looks like we want to test the low, and we've got this dynamic zone slightly lower. Euro JPY. So let's have a look. Aussie yen again. But here nothing else than breakout trade. And that's 96.20, so 30 pips. I would rather wait if we are going to see the breakdown on dollar yen eventually. I would wait for maybe some stop hunting here towards this potential buying zone around 95.65 to 55, and then try to trade towards 96.20 with tighter stop, wider potential profit taking area, so better risk reward ratio. Okay, JP Morgan. JP Morgan is saying that September 2014, they sees euro dollar at 1.34, December 14, 130, March 15, 130, June 15, 128, June 16, 126, June 17, 125, June 18, 123. This is dollar yen. September this year 102, December this year 106, March 15 107, June 15 107, June 16 105, June 17 102, June 18 100. They revised higher their pound dollar forecast. September 14 171, December 14 167, March 15 168, June 15 166, June 16 161, June 17 157, June 18 152. Actually, I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna check the JP Morgan forecast. Aussie dollar, September 14 92, December 14 91, March 15 90, June 15 91, June 16 90, June 17 89, June 18 88. Canadian, September 14 111, December 14 112, March 15 113, June 15 115, June 16 108, June 17 102, June 18 096. So looks like the Canadian is their favorite. And finally, Kiwi dollar, September 14 86, December 14 85, March 15 83, June 15 82, June 16 78, June 17 74, June 18 71. So maybe short New Zealand Canadian dollar as a long-term trade. But come on, if we are going to add swaps, the swaps are going to kill us, and if JP Morgan is wrong, then bam, we are nowhere. In regards to dollar yen, okay, in regards to euro exchange rate versus JPY, June 16 132, June 17 127, June 18 123. In regards to pound, June 16 178 078, June 17 080 and 081 June 18. Swiss franc, Euro Swiss franc, 117 June 16, 114 June 17, 111 June 18. What about the peg, guys? What about the peg? And that's JP Morgan forecasts. Now euro is going up, recovery on dollar yen, so stop hunting on euro JPY. Okay, let's guys go through Swiss franc again. Still some distance on daily to the supply zone. But intraday looks like Swiss wants to be stronger. Okay. So that's our dynamic supply zone. We also went below this visible support here. And we do have daily supply here. So we are going to watch all those levels. And intraday looking for selling opportunity, maybe after UK retail sales. Okay. Okay. So what about Aussie Swissy? Around 84.50. We've seen. If you want to sell, but then also we have to remember about this strong demand here. Okay. So trying to sell as high as possible. Because it could be that we are going to hit the stops only. We are going to hit this demand, which could correspond with this level as well. Okay. Let's have a look. Almost ABCD. So we'll try to sell. But as of now, let's have a look on euro dollar, because my short is under strong pressure. And Aussie, I may decide to cut the short. That could be the case for pound Swiss franc. Okay. And I would like to see the gold. What's going on with gold? Dollar Swiss franc approaching the target if you are short. As I mentioned, I was not short. Euro yen hitting our supply zone. Strengthening on pound just ahead of the UK retail sales. So let's see what's going to happen. DAX is weakening, mostly because of the, in my opinion, because of the move on euro dollar higher. So if you took the short as discussed on the beginning, right within the supply zone, I would say the target is around, one moment. We are talking about September contract, right? Because the nearest is going to expire. I would say that we got the chance to move back towards, one moment. Let me have a look. 9,920. So waiting for UK number right now. Stops are done here, intraday stops on pound. And looks like intraday on our euro dollar, demand overtakes supply. Okay. But still within our wide supply zone, and it's a first test. 52 bit side is my stop. Okay. Euro Swiss franc is trying to hold this visible support. So now we are going to watch British pound, and then after Swiss National Bank, after UK number, we are going to have a chance to summarize everything. So we are going to put Euro pound right at supply zone. And we are going to have next around 50. So we are watching Euro pound, we are watching pound dollar, pound Swiss franc, and let's place pound Aussie. Okay. Maybe pound yen as well. Still, remember we discussed it because it's still almost the same. We discussed it yesterday, 173.45. We hit the stops above. We made the pullback 173.90, then zone 174.30, and then finally 174.80. So plenty of supply around. Okay. And now pound has been pushed lower, and we are going to have our answer within a few seconds. Okay, so pound is weak overall right now. Stops are done here, and we are get back below. Let's see. The whole half an hour is going to be important. Minus 0.5 as expected. But previous 1.3 revised to 1.7, guys. So that could be knee-jerk reaction, initial reaction only. And based on revision, we may see pound higher again. Watching especially pound Aussie. And this action here on Euro Swiss, that's interesting. That's interesting here. Okay, so we got all the numbers. So market is selling dollar because market believes that it was a dovish. Fed yesterday was dovish. Market was trying to buy Swiss franc after Swiss National Bank rate decision, but looks like it's changing right now, but we have to be very careful. So I would say as long as we are above this level on Euro Swiss, I would skip buying Swiss franc as of now. And we do know that UK retail sales as expected. So first reaction was to the downside, the knee-jerk reaction, but the revision is to the upside. And dollar Swiss franc holding the visible support as well. So be careful right now with buying Swiss franc here. Don't chase the prices. So overall with pound is not that bad, I would say. But of course some profit taking is possible. I would watch for buying opportunity on pound Aussie on lower levels. On the zones we discussed. I would look at 80.15, 79.60, especially this one looks good because it's a static demand zone combined with dynamic, right? And also that was some kind of consolidation after the breakout and pushing higher. So 79.60 looks good. It's 100 points right now. That would be nice deep. As I mentioned, on daily it looks slightly different. On intraday, shown a few seconds before, looks like we got a chance to move lower. But on daily, we've got the chance to, if current level holds, so on a higher time frame we've got this dynamic 20 daily moving average. So, and let's watch this level. And I'm answering right now the question in regards to this candle formation. Guys, you know that I'm not interested that much in this type of the candle formation, but if you are candlestick formation fan, be aware that something like this, it's more reliable on the top than within the range. It's okay, it could suggest some bearish action, but look again where we closed above 20 daily moving average. So in that case, that could produce bounce. So be very careful selling based only solely on this formation. Okay.
Here, the revisions on the pound retail were down.
From 1.7 to 1.3, right?
Yeah.
So I get wrong information. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Okay.
So guys, just because on the news I get that there was information that it was a revision to the upside, but now I got the confirmation. Thank you very much. That it was the revision to the downside from 1.7 to 1.3. So apologize for it. So looks like overall the data is not that good. So again, thank you very much, and apologize again. So that's changing slightly, but anyway, pound looks strong. Guys, 70.44 important, and stops above 70.44 as we discussed it a few times. 71.25, 71.45. We have to be very, very careful. So we may want to try to look for selling opportunity pound dollar, and we may want to look for selling opportunity on pound Swiss eventually if euro Swiss will go below the low. Okay. Below this low. So in that case, we may see like some kind of the manipulation to hit the stops above, right? And then finally to see some profit taking on pound. There is plenty of possibilities, but yeah, so 70.44. I still expect that we are going to hit stops above. It's long-term story already. We discussed it a few times. Maybe we are going to see some nice selling level on pound yen higher, like 73.90, like the zone in between 74.30, 74.50, and finally 74.81. Okay. No comments after Swiss National Bank press conference. Now I got one more information that it was revised down from 1.8 to 1.7 only. Oh, come on. Plenty of different information, sorry. But overall, the main number is as expected, minus 0.5. Now Aussie is trying to strengthen. It could be that I'm going to close out the short position. I don't have to wait for stop at the top. Looks like simply we made the consolidation here around the selling zone, and instead of going lower, looks like demand is overtaking supply. Looks like dollar weakness could be the theme of the day today. Theme of the day. Selling zone, as I mentioned, look for stop hunting, and we're trying to push it lower. Guys, I'm gonna to focus today. I'm gonna to focus on Swiss franc. I'm gonna to focus on pound. Okay, and of course on dollar. And in regards to USD, of course, versus majors, in regards to pound, so versus Swiss pound versus Swiss franc, USD, euro, and yen and Aussie. Okay. Because we are not going to be able to watch 100 crosses. And before or around US Open, after our meeting right now, I'm going to prepare the daily plan, so you are going to have the points important from my point of view. Watching carefully Aussie USD, as I mentioned, if we are going to close strong at the top of the hour, most probably I'm going to decide to move out of this position, saving some money. I'm still short euro dollar with stop at 52 bit, and if I'm going to be stop out, I'm going to look for one more selling opportunity as discussed a few times around this area. $36.75, $36.95, and if we are going to overtake this supply, then I'm going to wait for stronger pullback, and I'm going to look for buying opportunity. I'm going to switch to buy dips on euro dollar. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for more comments. Especially I'm looking for some hints from Swiss National Bank. Nothing as of now. So again, in regards to Swiss franc, I'm gonna use some extremes, intraday extremes, to try to go pound, Swiss franc short. So I'm gonna to look for this selling level or for this supply zone, dynamic supply zone. And of course, I do remember about supply zone on daily and weekly higher. That would be great to see the prices hitting those levels. Okay. But intraday, let's see some extremes. Moving above this level here, it could produce some breakout trade, but then we have to look for all Swiss franc crosses if it's about Swiss franc weakness. Okay, if yes, then of course we have to be very careful and we have to try to join the market and sell Swiss franc. But looks like we saw especially Euro Swiss, we saw the initial reaction to the upside, some profit taking, right, from guys who were shorting from here. but looks like market trying to continue. Okay, that's some supply. Watching carefully around current levels on dollar yen. Okay, in between 101.75 to 101.65. Okay. Euro pound, some stop hunting right above this dynamic supply zone. I wouldn't be surprised to see pullback again towards this big demand zone. And here, guys, look on euro pound, we've got dynamic and static demand zones together, so around 79.75. that could be eventually buying opportunity, and it's going to be the third approach into this dynamic point, so that could be something interesting for us. Okay, so let's try to summarize everything. Euro pound, we do know that we hit, other words, we got huge demand zone on monthly red lines. Right above it, we've got demand zone on daily, and we do have intraday points, right? So on intraday basis, we just hit intraday supply. We may see pullback, and 79.75, that's gonna be very interesting for our possible long entry. And zones in between 80.40, 80.60, 80.40, 80.60. That could be intraday supply zone, okay? So if we are going straight from here higher, that could produce the pullback. So we'll look to sell around those levels. So that's, and if we are going to go lower from here, so first I'm looking to buy on this third approach. So that's the plan for euro pound. If we are talking about the pound, let's go and discuss pound dollar. I was wrong, and I can say it, I was wrong. I mentioned that this demand zone based on weekly, it's not interesting for me, and my mistake was that I compared this weekly demand zone to intraday resistance, right? That could be my major mistake, that I took demand zone from higher time frame and I was looking for the first possible supply zone based on intraday charts. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, we hit that level and we are higher today, so we cannot move back and ask market, come on, let's get back 12 hours before we would like to buy here. Nothing like this. So now we know that we've got huge important resistance level around 70.44, which has been hit a few months earlier. We are focused on this point, but we also have our theory that if we are going to hit those stops, if there are going to be like stop hunting, we do know that we have to watch for 71.25, 45 as selling opportunity in midterm. Okay. If we are going to hit 70.44, we may look for buying opportunity, intraday buying opportunity, right? But overall, in medium term, we are looking for selling opportunity above 70.44. Okay, we are still within the British pound Swiss franc, as discussed on daily and weekly. We've got nice supply zone and we've got nice points, intraday point within that zone. So in the medium term, it could be clever to wait for market to hit this zone, supply zone. But also we are after Swiss National Bank rate decision, and we saw some Swiss franc strengthening. So guys, we may want to look for buying opportunity on Swiss franc, but once we are going below this visible support on Euro Swiss franc, okay? You have to remember that we've got the peg on Euro Swiss franc at 120. We have to remember about this. So we may want to buy some Swiss franc versus pound once Euro Swiss is going to close below, or once Euro Swiss is going to test 122, and if the resistance around 122 holds, then we may look for some Swiss franc buying opportunity. Once we are going above 122 on Euro Swiss franc, that's a different story. That's gonna be game changer for Swiss franc. So let's wait and watch. Intraday, we've got supply zone here around 152.30, 152.40, yeah, okay. And then we do have this dynamic supply zone around, right now, around 52.70, and it's moving down, right? So that's intraday pound Swiss franc. And pound Japanese yen. If we do expect pound dollar will try to hit and clean the stops above 70.44, so at the same time we don't have to chase the prices. If you are looking for selling opportunity on pound yen, we discussed 173.90, 174.30, 50, 174.80. But you may want to buy. You may want to buy pound yen. Remember, I mentioned this line is not that valid because the move from here we didn't make any lows, important lows, but looks like the line is respected here. So intraday, if you believe that pound versus yen could strengthen, I would wait for stop hunting to the downside with quick move above this visible support. Okay, where I would look for buying opportunity. Two zones, intraday zones, around 72.50, around 72.20. Okay, so maybe some intraday guys will look for head and shoulder formation. Okay, like shoulder, head, forming shoulder, breakdown, right? So trying to confirm head and shoulders, and then they may be trapped here or here. So that's two ways plan from the seller perspective and from the buyer perspective. And finally, in regards to pound Aussie, similar, looking for, again, someone may see potential head and shoulders with the breakdown here. Okay, so let's have a look if we can see lower levels and use them as a buying opportunity based on daily chart. I do expect we may continue to the upside, okay, here or top of the channel. The question is, of course, that I may be wrong with this dynamic demand zone 20 daily moving average. We may want to go lower, but look, intraday we've got some points even close to this bottom of the channel. Okay, so again, let's see what's going to happen. Sharp move to the downside, either here or here, I would use for buying opportunity, intraday buying opportunity, right? And as I mentioned when I was explaining this this channel, that could be some kind of the flag or something like this. I would look for selling opportunity, but much higher. Similar like pound Swiss franc means that we've got some room to go higher. So again, it's everything related to pound dollar and this 70.44 and stop hunting above, okay, in my opinion. Dollar yen. If you think anyway that Yellen was more hawkish than dovish or less dovish than market thinks, so you are right at the very right point to try to prove. Of course, you cannot change the market by yourself. But 101.75 to 101.65, some demand zones. Okay, so that's the place where dollar should show us the strength versus yen here. But of course, intraday we've got some supply. around 101.90, 102, okay? So we have to be very careful. If the main flow is going to be to the downside, so it looks like we missed the selling opportunity yesterday to the point. Remember, we discussed the extremes here, then somewhere 102, 101.70, and we are trying to buy yesterday. So if you think that anyway we are going to the downside, then I would look for the market to show that supply is bigger than demand. So first I would like to see the move to the downside. Okay, so then market is going to create at some point supply level, and on the move back to this supply level with tight stop, I would try to join the party to the downside. Okay. In regards to my Aussie position, that's not strong close. Some supply is visible here, let's see. Of course, I'm going to make an update in regards to Aussie if anything happened on our side. Euro dollar. We are right in our supply zone, but here, as I mentioned, demand overtakes supply. So we have to be very careful. My short is under pressure. Then one more selling zone in between 36.75, 36.95. And if we are going to move higher, then I'm going to look for sharp pullback, some profit taking, and I will try to join the buying side. Means that I'm going to switch to buying on dip on euro dollar. Euro JPY, we are right at supply zone. Static supply zone, okay? So here or above 39, we are looking for selling opportunity, but of course, intraday selling opportunity, but of course, we do remember about 38 weekly support, and if we are going to see sharp pullback with the confirmation that anyway bulls wants to hold this level, we are going to look for buying opportunity on a sharp dip. Okay. Finally, Swiss franc, it's all about this low, and it's all about 122. Okay, so once we are going below this level and we are going to hold below, this level, I'm going to look for buying. I'm looking to buy Swiss franc for buying opportunity. I'm looking to buy Swiss franc, looking for buying opportunity. Or if we are going to hold right now and we will push Euro Swiss franc higher, once we are going to hit around 22, I'm going to look for buying opportunity on Swiss franc. For example, on, as explained, on Aussie Swiss franc or Pound Swiss franc. Okay. So one more time, try not to chase the market. Okay. Looks like the bigger flow is on a sell dollar side. So we will see. That could be very interesting afternoon and very interesting day tomorrow. So we are going to keep you up to date with the plans. I'm going to prepare daily plan for afternoon for US session. It's going to be visible on our website around US Open. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you a pleasant weekend, but hopefully we will be able to make some we are going to be able to prepare to create good daily plan for the rest of today and for tomorrow. So hopefully we will be able to provide some or to show you some good opportunities. Last two things. Let's have a look on Euro Aussie. Again, looking to buy on stop hunting of this level towards this dynamic demand zone, which correspond with this low here. Okay. Simply we need to have good entry, because if we are going to open around this consolidation zone, the spread on Euro Aussie is slightly wider, right? And then easier on this cross for market makers to make the show below that level, to clean some stops. So you have to be very careful, guys. Try to wait for better entry levels. Okay. And one more. And one more. We discussed it yesterday. Okay. Exactly to the point. Most probably is a profit taking only right now. So most probably market will try to check this demand if it's a real or not. So wait for pullback and try to buy towards 108.50, 108.75, 109, and here look for selling opportunity. If some of you took yesterday, then great. Depends where you took your long. Stop should be around below 107.60 right now, and look for this 108.50. Look for 108.50. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Happy trading. And of course, guys, enjoy your weekend. It's 2 days where you can take the fresh breath, new look at the market, but mostly spend it with your family, trying to relax. Guys, thank you very much. Have a good day. My name is Piotr. Thank you for your last 2 hours. We are going to make necessary updates on our website. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.